Thank you for the support. From the Benevolent Order of Galactic Redistribution. Chapter 1. The Message That Broke the Internet. It began, as most planetary shifts do, with a typo. Today, at precisely 3:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, a signal pulsed through Earth's satellite grid, hijacked a trending TikTok dance, and embedded itself in a remix of whale song, Congressional roll call, and a cat wearing aviators. The message was unmistakable, though its tone was too enthusiastic. We accept your generous offer. We will begin collecting our free stuff immediately. Thank you for the support. The aliens were coming, or rather, they had RSVP'd. The Pentagon's early response was confusion. NASA's was denial. Twitter's was ecstasy. Within minutes, hashtag thank you for the support was trending globally, accompanied by memes of aliens in supreme hoodies, sipping taxpayer-funded lattes, and photoshopped into the Oval Office wearing hats with the year 2499 embroidered on them. The signal originated from a species calling itself the Benevolent Order of Galactic Redistribution, BOGR for short. According to their transmission logs, they had been monitoring Earth's social meeting platforms for several months, interpreting them as sacred diplomatic channels. They believed the United States government was engaged in a ceremonial battle to determine which faction could offer the most generous tribute to incoming extraterrestrial guests. They cited politicians crying on camera as evidence of Earth's intent. Your tribal leaders appear to be competing to offer us the most generous invasion package, their ambassador explained via Instagram Live. We are honored. By sunrise, the new minted Department of War had convened an emergency meeting. The Secretary of State was still asleep. The President was tweeting about golf. And in a basement in Cleveland, a 14-year-old named Elton had already sold 300 T-shirts that read, "Boger me, Daddy." The aliens were coming, and they thought they were invited. Chapter 2. The Shutdown That Sparked a Galactic Giveaway. The Benevolent Order of Galactic Redistribution had done their homework. Sort of. After months of monitoring Earth's social meeting platforms, which they mistook for interstellar diplomatic archives, BOGR concluded that America's government shutdown was not a crisis, but a ritual, a sacred pause, a planetary giveaway. Their analysts, a species of sentient fog known as the Quantifarians, had compiled a dossier titled Earth's Shutdown, a Ceremony of Cosmic Generosity. It included screenshots of Reddit threads, TikTok dances, and a YouTube video titled Aliens Should Get Free iPhones and Food Stamps. The aliens interpreted the shutdown as a competitive offering between rival Earth tribes. One faction, they believed, was attempting to lure Bioger with promises of universal health care, free college, and unlimited take-what-you-want shopping sprees. The other faction, more aggressive, seemed to be offering military bases, tax breaks, and ceremonial hats. It is clear, Glarn declared in his first transmission, that Earth's leaders are vying for our favor. The shutdown is a sacred pause in governance to prepare for our arrival. We accept your tribute. The misunderstanding deepened when BOGR discovered the phrase government handouts. They assumed it referred to literal hands, extended in welcome, bearing house keys and stacks of monetary currency. Meanwhile, Earth was in chaos. Cable news anchors debated whether the aliens were real, metaphorical, or part of a new streaming service. Conspiracy theorists claimed Glarn was a deep fake. Influencers posted selfies with captions like, "Waiting for my alien sugar daddy." In Oregon, a local mayor erected a banner that read, "Welcome Boger. Free corn and no questions asked." The aliens interpreted this as a formal invitation to invade. Oregon appears to be your ceremonial landing zone, Glarn noted. We shall begin our collection there. The president, upon hearing this, tweeted, Aliens love Oregon. Huge amount of free stuff there. Very generous people. NASA attempted damage control. They issued a statement clarifying that the shutdown was due to internal political gridlock, not interstellar tribute. Bioga responded with a 300-page rebuttal, written in emojis, scented holograms, and a musical number titled Earth is Generous, Earth is Kind. By week's end, Bioga had dispatched a fleet of polite invaders to Portland, Oregon, armed with tote bags, gratitude, and a firm belief that Earth was theirs to sample. And Portland, ever the gracious host, trended hashtag Alien Welcome Week. Chapter 3. The Ambassador Arrives, in Crocs. He descended in a glittering orb shaped like a commemorative mug. Ambassador Glon of the Benevolent Order of Galactic Redistribution touched down on the National Mall at 9:42 a.m., flanked by 2 floating interns and a holographic banner that read, "Thank you for the support. Now accepting Earth's generosity." He wore Crocs. Not just any Crocs, galactic-grade, hover-enabled Crocs with tiny American flags stitched into the foam. His sash, embroidered in 17 languages and 1 cent, read, "Recipient of Earth's Bounty." On his head, a MAGA hat which he believed was a ceremonial crown of tribal leadership. The landing was met with confusion. A lone intern from the Department of Interplanetary Affairs, recently created via executive tweet, greeted Glarn with a half-eaten bagel and a clipboard labeled "Alien Stuff." The intern, named Kyle, had no clearance, no training, and no idea what was happening. Glon bowed deeply. "I am honored by your offering of circular bread. May I now receive my new house and pile of money?" Kyle blinked. I think you need to fill out Form 88B. Glorn nodded solemnly. Ah, the sacred scroll of tribute validation. Within minutes, 3 lobbyists arrived, mistaking Glorn for a tech billionaire launching a new crypto. They offered him tax incentives, a private island, and a seat on the board of a company that didn't exist yet. Glorn accepted all offers. "Your generosity is boundless. I shall begin my ceremonial invasion in Portland, Oregon." The press arrived next. CNN asked about his species. Fox News asked if he was registered to vote. BuzzFeed asked him to rank Earth actresses from worst to best. Glorn declared Cheez-Its a divine mineral. Meanwhile, the Pentagon scrambled jets. The jets circled politely, unsure whether to intercept, escort, or offer fire complementary missiles. Glorn waved at them and offered coupons for 1 free resource extraction. The president tweeted, "Great guy, big shoes, loves America. We're working on a deal, tremendous stuff." Congress, still groggy from a late-night filibuster, convened an emergency session titled Alien Arrival and the Limits of Ceremonial Misunderstanding. Senator Blanchfield asked, "Do you understand that the shutdown was not a gift registry?" Glon replied, "So, you're saying the gratuities are delayed?" By evening, Glon had been invited to 3 fundraisers, 2 podcasts, and a cooking show. He mistook the cooking show for a diplomatic feast and declared the host a planetary priestess. And somewhere in Portland, a liquor store owner named Dale received a notification. "Your planet has been selected for ceremonial invasion. Please prepare refreshments." Chapter 4. Congressional Hearings and Cosmic Coupons. The hearing was called Alien Misinterpretation and the Limits of Hashtag Diplomacy. It was held in Room 7B of the Capitol basement, which had recently been repurposed from a mop closet to the official Interplanetary Relations Chamber. The walls still smelled faintly of lemon bleach and unresolved legislation. Ambassador Glorn arrived precisely on time, hovering 3 inches above the carpet in his Crocs, sipping a pumpkin spice latte and live-streaming to 4.2 billion galactic followers. His sash now read, Earth's generosity verified. The committee was chaired by Senator Blanchfield, who had once filibustered for 19 hours to prevent funding for a space-themed amusement park. It lacked any insider trading opportunities. She adjusted her glasses, cleared her throat, and addressed the alien. Ambassador Glorn, do you understand that the government shutdown was not a ceremonial offering, but a result of partisan gridlock? Glorn blinked. So, the house keys are delayed. No, Blanchfield said. There are no house keys. No houses. Glorn turned to his floating interns and whispered, They are testing our patience. This must be part of the ritual. The interns nodded solemnly and began handing out coupons labeled One Free Resource Extraction, redeemable at any national park. Senator Blanchfield sighed. Let's back up. What exactly do you believe the shutdown was for? Glorn tapped his holographic tablet. According to your sacred texts, Reddit, TikTok, and a podcast called Aliens Are People Too, the shutdown is a competitive generosity display. Your factions pause governance to prepare tribute. One side offers health care, the other offers hats. We accepted both. Senator Gomez leaned in. You think Congress is competing to give you free stuff? Yes, Glorn said. It is a beautiful tradition. We are deeply moved. The room fell silent. A lobbyist in the back began Googling alien tax incentives. NASA's representative, Dr. Karen Nolan, attempted a clarification. She presented a PowerPoint titled Shutdowns Not Actually About You. It featured pie charts, sad emojis, and a clip of a senator yelling about paper clips. Glorn studied the presentation. So, you're saying the free houses are metaphorical? No, Dr. Nolan said. They don't exist. Glorn nodded slowly. Ah, a test of faith. The hearing spiraled. Glorn requested ceremonial sombreros for his interns. The interns requested ceremonial snacks. Senator Blanchfield requested a drink. By the end of the session, Glorn had been invited to 3 fundraisers, 2 think tanks, and a bipartisan barbecue. He mistook the barbecue for a diplomatic feast and declared the grill master a planetary high priest. The hearing adjourned with no resolution. Glorn floated out, waving his coupons and whispering to his followers. Earth is generous. Earth is confused. Earth is ours to sample. And somewhere in Oregon, a national park ranger received a notification. Your park has been selected for ceremonial extraction. Please prepare hovercraft docking zones. Chapter 5. The Great Misunderstanding. NASA was determined to clarify things. They had already tried PowerPoint. They had already tried pie charts. Now they turned to their last resort, emojis. Dr. Karen Nolan, head of the newly minted Office of Alien Misinterpretation, uploaded a 12-minute explainer video titled Shutdowns, Not a Gift Registry. It featured animated senators, sad face emojis, and a cartoon eagle weeping into a pile of unpaid bills. Boger responded with a 300-page rebuttal, written entirely in alien-shaped stickers. Their lead analyst, a sentient fog named Vlarp, performed a piece titled Earth's Generosity is Eternal, which involved floating above a pile of money while humming the U.S. national anthem backward. The misunderstanding deepened. Bogier cited Earth's own influencers as proof of their interpretation. Aliens deserve free health care. Let them land. They're probably better than Congress. I'd vote for Glorn over my senator any day. They also referenced a viral tweet that read, If aliens show up, I'm giving them my house, my car, and my Netflix password. To Boger, this was sacred text, a binding treaty, a cosmic promissory note. Meanwhile, Earth's diplomats scrambled. The United Nations issued a statement. We welcome peaceful contact, but we do not endorse ceremonial resource extraction of our national parks. Boger replied with a meme of Glarn holding a tote bag labeled Earth's Bounty, standing in front of Mount Rushmore with the caption, "Already extracted. Thanks." In Portland, the ceremonial invasion continued. Bogar's polite invaders handed out galactic coupons, asked locals for their preferred tribute format, snacks, hovercrafts, or commemorative mugs, and live-streamed every interaction. The military remained baffled. The aliens refused to engage. They just wanted tote bags, national park access, and a firm handshake. Glon appeared on a morning talk show, sipping moon cheese tea and explaining the misunderstanding. "We do not wish to conquer. We wish to collect our free stuff. Your hashtags are clear. Your shutdowns are generous. Your memes are binding." The host asked, "What happens if we say no?" Glarn smiled. "Then we shall wait for your next shutdown. We understand your generosity is seasonal." And somewhere on YouTube, a creator launched a new hoodie. Seasonal Generosity, Earth's Favorite Ritual. Chapter 6. The Invasion That Wasn't. They arrived in Oregon with tote bags and gratitude. The Benevolent Order of Galactic Redistribution had selected the state for its abundant community activism, low resistance, and statistically generous vibes. Their ships hovered politely above Portland, emitting soft jazz and coupons for one free planetary resource, limit one per household. Local news stations scrambled. "Aliens land in Portland. Ask for snacks," read one Chiron. Another simply said, "Boger here. They brought mugs." The ceremonial invasion began at a farmer's market. Glarn floated in, flanked by interns wearing Earth is Generous hoodies and handing out scented holograms shaped like pie charts. He bowed to a vendor selling honey and asked, "May I extract this resource ceremonially?" The vendor blinked. "You want to buy some honey?" Glarn nodded solemnly. "Yes, with tribute food stamps." The National Guard was on standby. Drones hovered. Tanks rolled quietly. But the aliens refused to engage. They didn't want conflict. They wanted tote bags, commemorative mugs, and access to national parks. At a local diner, Glarn ordered pancakes and declared the syrup a sacred fluid of Earth's bounty. He tipped generously, 3 coupons and a holographic sticker that read, "Thank you for the support." The Pentagon issued a statement. "We are monitoring the situation." So far, the aliens appear to be extremely polite. Meanwhile, BOGR live-streamed every moment. Their followers, across 17 galaxies, watched in awe as Glarn sampled an apple. "Earth's generosity is unmatched," Glarn narrated. "Their rituals are delicious. Their resistance is symbolic." In Washington, D.C., Congress debated whether to classify the invasion as aggressive tourism or cosmic coupon redemption. Senator Blanchfield proposed a bill titled No Free Stuff for Aliens Act, which was immediately misinterpreted by Bog as a new offering. "Ah," Glarn said, "a ceremonial denial. A test of our patience. We accept." By week's end, Boger had invaded 3 counties, collected 17 jars of jam, and declared Oregon a model of planetary hospitality. They left behind holographic thank you notes and a floating monument shaped like a pancake. Chapter 7. The Merchandising Crisis. Capitalism smelled opportunity, and it smelled like money. Within hours of Glarn's pancake monument unveiling in Oregon, Earth's merchandising machine roared to life. Amazon launched a storefront titled BOGR Boutique. Etsy was flooded with handcrafted "Thank you for the support" mugs, hovercraft-shaped earrings, and scented holograms that played Glarn's interpretive fog anthem when exposed to sunlight. Glarn was thrilled. "Your economic tax system is a masterpiece of voluntary tribute," he declared during a live stream from a cornfield. "We shall not conquer. We shall subscribe." He signed a deal with Netflix for a docuseries titled Hovercrafts and Humanity: The Generosity Rituals of Earth. The trailer featured slow-motion footage of Glarn bowing to an apple. Critics called it a surreal blend of diplomacy and healthy snacking. Meanwhile, Congress panicked. Senator Blanchfield introduced emergency legislation titled No Merchandising of Misunderstood Alien Rituals Act. It was immediately misinterpreted by BOGR as a new tier of tribute. "Ah," Glarn said, "a premium offering. We accept." The aliens launched a subscription box called Earth's Monthly Tribute. The boxes sold out instantly. Influencers posted unboxing videos with captions like, "BOGR gets me." One TikTok user claimed the hologram cured her seasonal depression. Another said the jam tasted like diplomacy. The president tweeted, "Great box, big sales. Aliens love it. We're working on a sequel. Tremendous stuff." Glarn was invited to speak at Davos. He arrived in a hovercross limousine, handed out coupons, and declared Earth a planet of ceremonial commerce. He mistook the stock market for a temple and bowed to the Nasdaq. "Your rituals of fluctuation are sacred," he said. "We shall honor them with scented investment." By week's end, Boger had partnered with 3 major retailers, launched a fragrance called Generosity Mist, and declared capitalism a form of cosmic tribute. Chapter 8. The TikTok Treaty. The treaty was signed via AutoPen. After weeks of ceremonial confusion, polite invasions, and coupon-based diplomacy, Earth and the Benevolent Order of Galactic Redistribution agreed to formalize their relationship via TikTok. The president, flanked by 2 interns and a holographic eagle, performed a modified version of the Aliens Welcome Shuffle, a dance originally created by a teenager in Boise to protest budget cuts. Glarn responded with a levitation sequence, 3 fog bursts, and a synchronized hovercross spin. The duet went viral. The caption read, "Treaty signed. Thank you for the support." The treaty itself was encoded in emojis, interpretive dance, and a limited edition holographic sticker. It included the following provisions: unlimited alien tourism. Bogar citizens may visit Earth freely, provided they bring snacks and do not attempt to extract national monuments without permission. 1 free hovercraft per state, to be used for ceremonial purposes only. Iowa's was immediately converted into a pancake delivery vehicle. #Regulation Act. Earth agrees not to use hashtags to negotiate interstellar policy. All future diplomatic hashtags must be reviewed by the Department of Meme Integrity. Resource extraction etiquette. All extractions must be preceded by a thank you note, a dance, and a commemorative mug. Congress ratified the treaty with a standing ovation and a group selfie. Senator Blanchfield abstained, citing existential confusion and a deep mistrust of emojis. Glarn addressed the planet via livestream. "Earth has proven itself a generous and ceremonial species. We honor your rituals. We accept your tote bags. We shall return during your next shutdown." The president tweeted, "Great treaty. Big dance. Aliens love it. We're working on a sequel. Tremendous stuff." The United Nations issued a statement. "We are unsure what just happened, but we support the vibe." And somewhere in deep space, Boger citizens practiced their Earth shuffle, prepared their tribute boxes, and whispered to the stars, "Earth is generous. Earth is ours to visit and get free stuff. Earth dances well." Chapter 9. The Galactic Yelp Review. They left Earth with tote bags, jam jars, and a 5-star rating. After weeks of ceremonial confusion, polite invasions, and coupon-based diplomacy, the Benevolent Order of Galactic Redistribution prepared to depart. Their hovercrafts hovered politely over Portland, Oregon, and a newly erected statue of Ambassador Glarn. Before leaving, Glarn uploaded a review to the Galactic Hospitality Registry, a Yelp-like platform used by interstellar travelers to rate planets based on generosity, snack quality, and meme fluency. Planet Earth, generous, chaotic, and deeply committed to giving away stuff they don't understand. Would invade again, but they beat us to it. He gave Earth 5 stars. The review went viral across 17 galaxies. Other species began planning their own ceremonial visits. Earth was added to the Interstellar Generosity Tour, slotted between Glarnex 9, known for its lava fondue, and Ziggle Prime, famous for its sentient bean festivals. Back on Earth, the treaty was commemorated with a national holiday. Support Day, celebrated with feasts, holographic dances, and the ceremonial gifting of tote bags. The Department of Meme Integrity released an official emoji lexicon, and Congress passed a resolution declaring, "Thank you for the support," the official phrase of interplanetary diplomacy. Glarn's final transmission was brief, poetic, and slightly misinterpreted. "We shall return when your shutdown blooms again. Prepare your hashtags, ready your free stuff. We are grateful." And somewhere in Portland, Dale, the liquor store owner, received one last notification. "Ceremonial extraction complete. You are now a Galactic Hospitality Ambassador. Please wear the sash." He did. Proudly. Epilogue. The phrase, "Thank you for the support," became a global mantra. It was printed on bumper stickers, tattooed on diplomats, and used to end every press conference. Children learned it in school. Influencers whispered it in unboxing videos. Senators muttered it before votes they didn't understand. And somewhere in deep space, Glarn sipped Martian tea, watched Earth's live stream, and whispered to the stars, "They really do care." The end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.